morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. We are so excited that you're here with us today. This Wednesday, this is our number 5th chapter in a series called Streams to Dreams, right? And this is with Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. She's an amazing collaborator here at IIU. IIU is in 195 countries. We're in 6 continents. We are the largest e-learning platform around the world. We started in 2021 with the boom of the pandemic, and our visionary founders decided that our business should have access to quality education. It was launched at that time, and we are still here today, offering more than 12,000 courses. So please join us. We have a crazy YouTube channel, an incredible YouTube channel where you get everything crazy with numbers and people. We have more than 2,000 e-educators around the world, and we want you to join us. So if you are a mentor, you're a faculty person, you're your professor, you feel that you have something that you would like to share, this is your place. I want you to join us here at IIU. And if you're a student and you want to learn more, this is also your place. Dr. Sukumar will guide us through the intricacies of student profiling and candidature building, ensuring that every participant gains valuable directives on how to pursue their desired career. This is so important. I wish I had Dr. Srividhya when I was doing this. We'll explore performance expectations and the benefits these bring across various domains of excellence. Moreover, we'll delve into the concept of streams to dream. And today we're going to be discussing the skills required for your future. So be prepared to be inspired and equipped with the valuable knowledge to navigate your career journey. Let's welcome Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. She is an education and governance expert. She's a life and a business coach. She's a global ambassador for the UN, and she has been an amazing collaborator here in IIU. And I want to get her title correct. It's Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. The virtual podium is all yours. Thank you, Dr. Srividhya, for being with us here again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Virginia, for that wonderful introduction as such. And as you all know, it's always a pleasure working with IIU and joining with them on different platforms because this is the only international internship university which is established in almost all the 195 countries with the focus of giving education and guiding them for pathways for education, giving them sufficient training programs that are available free of cost. Anybody can participate from any corner of the globe, anytime. They will have to just register and take it forward, and it is just available. When we talk that education is my birthright, and it's not a privilege, it's not a commodity, it's my privilege to have it, and I shall have it. And it's like a walk the talk. IIU is doing it. That's what we are seeing now. So on that note, it's always a pleasure working with IIU with all those beautiful programs, wonderful programs they're coming up with, being it women empowerment program or guiding them for career pathways or talking about youth empowerment programs and also the other education programs when we talk about different domains of education, about teaching and learning processes, research and development processes, and also about taking it forward with the classroom situations, guidance with the classroom situations, with inclusion as a main subject. Name it anything, they have it all there. So it's always a pleasure working with, and IIU is definitely doing a commendable job. Thank you, IIU. And just, it's always a pleasure working with you. So moving ahead with the topic, today's topic of career counseling. As we all know, today's 6th episode that we are related on this platform. Thank you, Virginia, and I'll take the lead. Thank you so much. So on that note, I would like to really highlight on certain things. Why is this career being spoken about by different people, by almost everybody as such? And it's not that the way you work, it's not that always hard work really brings the fruitful results. Sometimes the smart work really helps you to go forward in your direction. And the only way to do that kind of a great work is that love what you do. You should love what you're doing and what you're planning to do, so that you'll be more motivated will be more engrossed and you'll be more focused in the direction pathway. So the career is just a journey, but definitely not a destination. Don't worry about it. There'll be always turns and detours. So every single step which comes along the way will guide us towards the destination. And we're always evolving in the process. And so if the opportunity in this, there will be always, because I said, if the opportunity doesn't knock your door, go create one. Go create the whole platform for yourself such that you will be able to direct others towards your thing. So the success, when you talk about the success criteria, when the road to success is always under construction, keep learning, keep doing, and keep adapting. Just be on the move, and definitely, there's no secret formula for success. It is always the result of the preparation, the hard work, the perseverance, and the learn, how much you are able to learn and adapt yourself. And such that success is high when you just bounce, and when you hit the bottom, you just bounce back. So with the resilience and everything, and also not leaving aside, embracing the challenges and also the opportunities which come through way. So when you embrace the challenges, you will be able to embrace the opportunities which are coming in disguise. So the future depends on exactly what you do today. It's not like what we do today, tomorrow we're going to get the result. It will come, it will evolve. Begin somewhere so that you will be able to bring your dream to light. And the future definitely belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their own dreams. That's what is career also all about. So on that note, believe in yourself that with all that you can, and know that there is always something inside that is greater than that obstacle that you're facing on your way. And your limitation is just only your imagination. So don't limit yourself for any cause, and move ahead. Just keep on the move, keep evolving, keep bringing the change within you such that you will be able to reach wherever you are destined to be. So on that note, please allow me to share my screen. Yeah. So as we all know, we started with this career pathway, and this is the 5th week, as I told you. And first week we were talking about different career pathways. We talked about different streams which are available in different boards of study, which idea All right. So, yeah. Okay. So the career pathways and the counseling session, we started with the guidance of the student profiling and candidature building. The directives, with the active engaging opportunities for the choice of the career pathways, with giving them citations, giving them example for the performance expectations and the benefits according to the different domains of excellence in the streams of study. So when we talk about the different streams of study which the student can choose, we were talking about the streams of study according to different streams which are available: science stream, math stream, commerce stream, and also the art and humanities, and the different streams which are involved in the different curricula as such. Now today we are gathered here to talk about the skills that are required when you are talking to equip yourself moving ahead in this process of creating a student passport or the profile that is required, most required, the much basic requisite when it comes to the process of evolution. So how can you do this? This can be achieved definitely by the 4-quarter square method. The 4-quarter square method is a structured approach to the career decision making. It divides the decision process into the 4 essential quadrants. First is the learning quadrant, that is more kind of an academic, and the intelligence quotient, which is the most kind of the aptitude which is there within the student, and connecting it to the emotional quotient, and finally confining with the passion quotient, ensuring a 360-degree of evaluation that's more required as a student to create a profile or a candidature. So by aligning the personal strengths with the real world prospects, This method eliminates a confusion and guide the students towards the informed career choices. What do I really mean is what I am. You will be able to evaluate exactly what you are. Moving ahead, based on your evaluation about your capacities and your strengths, you will be able to choose your better. You will be able to have informed career choices with a very clear direction. So, designed with the decades of expertise, it simplifies the career planning, offering clarity and confidence in selecting the right path in the right direction. So, this proven strategy empowers individuals to make well-balanced, future-proof career decisions. So, moving ahead in that, when we talk about the academic orientation in terms of career pathways, this focuses on the well-framed theoretical learning methods that offer intellectual foundation of growth. In simple words, it could be even reading, that is dividing the books and articles and the research materials. Why? Because it highlights the interest or the choice of the learner to expand the knowledge and gain different perspectives in the same field or in the same domain, in the same interest. Second is writing. When you read that, how you're going to put it, express the thoughts through essays, journalism, or even create blogs for yourself with creative writing. So which foster the clarity and articulation. So reading definitely helps you to have your choice very clearly and have the research materials to expand your knowledge in the areas of interest you have. When you start writing on those areas of interest in a blog or a journalism with a creative writing, it will help you to foster articulation and clarity of thought, and also absorbing the visual content such as documentaries or the educational videos on the interest. Remember your interest. All these are focused on the interest and the choice that you have chosen for yourself, that will provide valuable insights. Means taking into consideration the research and development which is happening in the field of study, which is happening in this environment. So listening to the podcast and lectures and audiobooks to learn from experts and thought leaders who are already established themselves in your areas of interest. So this can be corrected and structured education and guided self-study with intellectually stimulating environments. So this will really help the learner to equip himself, to evolve himself with academic orientation. So with the base of knowledge, when this knowledge really move on to the next level, when they are able to understand, as the Bloom's taxonomy always says, knowledge, understanding, application, synthesis, and evaluation, and it goes on. It doesn't stop there. So knowledge moves on to the next level with understanding, with a practical orientation, emphasizing whatever knowledge that you've acquired, emphasis on the hands-on experiences with action-based learning, and it is ever-changing as it involves engaging directly with the task that will include doing by self, learning by trial and error method, undertaking projects, solving real-world problems to grasp the concepts on the areas of study that you have chosen according to your interests. So remember that all these are covered with the areas of study that the student has chosen with the focus of his interest and his imagination and aspiration. Second is digital watching, that is exploring tutorials, how to do videos and other digital resources that will guide the practical application. Maybe his own practical session, he can present it in terms of a video with the help of the AI. Seeing someone do it, observing mentors, peers, and experts to understand the techniques and the best practices involved. Seeing is believing, such that you will be able to explore it much better. Experimenting and testing ideas and creating prototypes and making adjustments based on outcomes to refine the skills. Again, this can be corrected through the experiential learning, workshops, and project-based activities. So when you do that, you create for yourself. When you create that, you collaborate. So when the collaboration happens, what it needs is the people orientation. So this orientation in that interest of study for that particular learner highlights the importance of the interpersonal connections and the social interactions in the learning process. So somewhere it just comprised of the interaction with the friends to develop the prior knowledge or to move on that, sharing knowledge, brainstorming ideas, seeking constructive feedback in a more comfortable environment such that you evolve. Imagine it's not a destination, it's a process which is going on. It's an evolution process. So you tend to evolve yourself in the self-study process, interaction with the family, gaining support, learning values, drawing the wisdom from close-knit relationships, interaction with the teachers, definitely as the guides, the mentors, engaging with educators to access mentorship, guidance, and structured learning pathways, such that you feel more confidence being guided in this process. Interaction with the strangers in terms of networking will help you to explore much better in the fields of study that you're interested. Attending events, participating in forums to broaden your horizon and discover diverse viewpoints. So this can be corrected through the teamwork, role playing, and social engagements. So the other thing is the closed preconceived orientation. This is definitely a field, an area which cannot be neglected, because normally what happens, this kind of thing which normally happens with the learner, this will be always working at the back of your mind, and you will be always in a dilemma. What I'm doing is correct or wrong, whether I'm in the right path, this person is telling this, whether I'm moving ahead in the right direction. So this kind of orientation helps you to explore your own patterns of behavior that can hinder the process, saying that no, I'm doing it right, so that you will be more convinced in taking yourself forward in the direction. So this is very, very important. This cannot be neglected. So while seemingly engaging in these activities often lack depth of meaningful value, it can include social media, video games, and the excessive use of distract for the productive pursuits, limiting time for intentional growth, and maybe watching shows or mindless web surfing. Because when you do research and development, so many things come. This might keep you with the question whether am I doing right? Oh, so many things are there. Whether I'm in the right path, that I should take this, I shouldn't take that. That's why your mentorship definitely helps you in this process. So always when you get into dilemmas like this, when you get into doubts like this, definitely you need to have your open clarification. Open to learning is a must, such that these kind of things should be taken into consideration, but this should not affect your process of evolution. So sometimes procrastination, not maintaining timelines, mental roadblock that can delay the action, can create a cycle of inaction and self-doubt as well. So participating in activities with lack of direction, so these things can be avoided. So these are the things that you should work, helping the learner to move in the right direction. So with the purposeful activities and structured environments. So the learning quotient, so far we have seen about the academic quotient. So now coming to the learning quotient under the 4-quarter square approach, equips the individuals to recognize and align their preferences with optimal learning and development. So by understanding the nuances of the academic, which you have seen so far, with a practical approach, collaborating with the people and closed orientation, you can identify the patterns that will empower you while avoiding behaviors that will hold back. So this is definitely the first step towards realizing your full potential for the 4-quarter framework. So this is the first skill that you need to acquire. So moving to the intelligence quotient, refers to the individual's inherent ability to understand, grasp, and excel in certain subjects academically, and skills with ease. While some aptitudes may be inborn, some can even be developed. So through consistent effort. Hope everybody will agree with me. So in this section, we are going to explore the 4 main categories of the intelligence quotient pertaining to the subjects of study. That is mathematical, computer science, social skills, language, and the skill-based. So each domain consists of variety of subcategories that will contribute to the overall development of the child's natural potential. So taking into first consideration of the maths and the computing attitude, math and computing attitude involves an individual's capacity to grasp and apply concepts. So that's a skill in numbers of logic and technology. It is a highly skill-based domain that will include maths and statistics. So this ability to understand the numerical concepts, perform calculations, and apply logical reasoning to solve complex problems. So the children with strong aptitude in this area will often excel in studies of subjects like algebra, geometry, and calculus. So when we are talking about accounts and finance, a natural inclination towards the managing the financial concepts like budgeting, accounting, interpreting financial data, individuals will have an aptitude in this domain, find it very easy to analyze numbers and make informed decisions. So when it comes to the programming language and logic, children with strong aptitude for programming and the logic quickly pick up coding languages, algorithms, and problem-solving techniques. They will have a very natural grasp of creating software solutions, understanding structure of digital systems. So when you do your self-study, you will have to exactly see where you stand in these criteria. So when it comes to the science aptitude, if you're a science person, science aptitude involves the ability or the skill to comprehend and apply concepts related to the physical, natural, and life sciences. That will include the physical science. This could encompass subjects like physics, chemistry, involving understanding and the laws of nature, matter, energy, and the chemical reactions. With individuals with a strong physical science aptitudes and often excel in experimenting, analyzing, and solving problems related to the natural world. So the natural science, a natural inclination towards understanding the environment, ecosystems, and the natural phenomena, and subjects like geology, meteorologically, oceanography falls under this category, and the students with the aptitude often show an interest in how the world around them works. The life sciences involves the study of living organisms, the structures, functions, interactions, biology, medicine, genetics, and some examples where the aptitude plays a significant role. Students with strong life sciences aptitude excel in research, biological analysis, and understanding the intricacies of life. So if your skills are based on the science aptitude, you'll have to choose your streams accordingly. Social science and the language aptitude, again social science and the language pattern pertaining to the understanding human behavior, society, culture, and communication. This area will include the history, anthropology, and cultural studies, and the individuals with aptitude in this area are keenly interested in past human societies, cultures, and their evaluation over time, and they easily comprehend the historical events and cultural shifts and anthropological concepts. So if you're an economic or the political science person, children with the aptitude or the skill in economics and political can grasp complex systems of governance, economic structures, and social policies. They will excel in understanding how societies function and interact globally. Psychology and philosophy, those with the aptitude of psychology and the natural adept at understanding human behaviors, emotions, and mental process. Similarly, an aptitude in philosophy enable individuals to think critically about existence, morality, and ethics. So archaeology and geography, aptitude in archaeology and geography involves a keen interest in studying the past, human civilization, and physical features of the earth. These individuals are fascinated by exploration of the environmental factors and ancient artifacts. So, with all these things, it all sums up to the skill-based aptitude. So, when these are the mainstreams, the other ancillaries that we are going to see now, these are more skill-based, but it will be there in you, and you need to explore the possibilities. When you are a skill-based person, when your creative thinking, when your creative side of your brain works more for you as such, the skill-based aptitude involves the practical abilities and talents that the individuals demonstrate through the physical activity, creativity, and technical expertise. So this will include this artistic aptitude, that the children with artistic aptitude have a natural flair for creativity. They will excel in visual arts, design, and music and dance, often displaying exceptional talents in creating and performance artwork. So this creativity allows them to excel in environments that will require the originality and self-expression. So the sports aptitude, and this aptitude involves the physical coordination, strategy, and endurance. And those with an aptitude of the sports often excel in athletics, team games, and physical challenges. They can quickly learn the techniques and strategies and improve their skills through the practice. So the digital aptitude, which will include in today's world, the digital aptitude includes the ability to navigate, leverage digital tools, apps, and platforms. So the children with these aptitudes will often excel in areas like video editing, graphic designing, digital marketing, and content creation. So the last but not the least, the vocational aptitude. Some individuals who are naturally inclined to the hands-on skills such as carpentry, plumbing, electrical work. These individuals excel in the trade skills and craftsmanship, demonstrating a knack for building, fixing, and creating tangible products. So if you feel that when you're during the exploration for process, if you're a skill-based person, then you need to focus or develop a career on this basis. So Moving ahead from the academics part of it, when intelligent quotient plays a key role in shaping the individual's strength and potential, whether it is mathematical problem solving, understanding the world of science, or grasping the social and cultural concepts, or honing artistic and practical skills, every child has his own unique set of aptitudes. So, through this four quarter square approach, we help you to recognize and nurture these abilities, guiding the individuals towards their fullest potential. So when we do this in this process, what has to be taken care is the emotional quotient of the learner or the individual. We recognize that every individual has a unique approach to learning and growth. Our four quarter square approach considers the four key emotional quotient types based on the combination of the academic inclination and practical engagement. Understanding your emotional quotient can help optimize your learning experience, allowing you to excel in areas where you naturally thrive. So let's explore the four distinct categories, what they mean to you. First is the low academic and low practical. That means you as a person is a very lethargic person. So when it is so, this personality type is characteristic with a lack of engagement both in academic pursuits and practical activities. These individuals may struggle with procrastination, avoiding tasks, and putting them off until the last minute. There is always a significant amount of time spent on social media, daydreaming, and engaging in unproductive behaviors rather than focusing on growth and skill development. So, to avoid these things, the person with a tendency often wait for the right moment to come and to get motivated, which rarely comes. The tomorrow never comes as such. So, or exactly wasting your time on the social media, and often with all this unproductive engagement, it really hinders the process of learning. Second category is low academic but highly practical. So this kind of person will more be kind of a very kinesthetic person. So this personality normally combines with a practical engagement with a natural curiosity and an eagerness to explore new ideas and information. And normally they will be very restless in a classroom situation as such, because their thinking is more and more, and they will be always looking forward to learn new, and in the sense like they'll not be more interested with the same rote learning process. So these individuals in this category enjoy activities which requires experimentation, demonstration, engagement, and deep exploration. So they may not excel the traditional or the conventional academic settings, but their ability to explore and experiment makes them excellent problem solvers and creative thinkers. If you feel that you fall into this category, so what all things that you will come across, or the problem is that the reading and writing may not suit you, always comes your way, where reading becomes an outlet for these individuals to explore new ideas and expand the knowledge and express themselves creativity, and it allows them to engage in the informations to match their curious nature with the exploration process. And this personality thrives learning through podcasts, documentaries, instructional videos. These will be always ahead of the classroom situation, beyond the teacher's lesson plan. So they find it easier to absorb the information with the audiovisual content as opposed to textbooks and lecture beds. So if you fall into this category, you have to evolve yourself. You have to keep observing yourself. Am I into this? Am I into this? So with this guidance, definitely, if you are able to really identify your potential or your aptitude, this will really help you. Practical engagement is crucial for this personality, whether it is DIY project. So PBL method of study will definitely help. Scientific experiment and the trial and error methods to acquire new skills. These individuals will excel what they can test and observe outcomes in the real time. It's always, they will be exploring with old wine in a new bottle. Maybe the old wine, but they would always like to have it in the new bottle. And so with maybe attending events and workshops and conferences, these individuals will explore more opportunities, will be happy with networking and immerse themselves with the new ideas, interact with like-minded people, which will spark the creativity and push them to explore further. So if you fall into this category, you need to explore these opportunities. If you're a very highly academic and highly practical person, the visionary, that's this type will excel both in academic pursuits and also practical application. So these individuals will have the ability to deeply understand the concepts and then apply them effectively in the real world situation. So they tend to have the very balanced approach to learning while involving in the combination of research and reading with the hands-on experimentation. This is more kind of a very holistic approach, I would say. So they are more goal-driven, strategic thinkers who engage deeply in more intellectual and practical domains. So with the reading, writing, and arithmetic or watching, listening, this personality excels in absorbing the information in various forms, whether it is reading research paper, writing analytical essays, listening to podcasts. They have the ability to engage themselves deeply with the information and retain it very effectively according to their interest of choice. So in-depth research, these individuals are not just started as self-level learners. They enjoy conducting research to dwelling into the complex study and gaining expert understanding with a wide range of topics, and their ability to synthesize the information from various sources allows them to form nuanced perspectives. So with a heavy experimentation, observation, practical application, learning by doing is the key for this personality, and they are not just the content or the theoretical knowledge, but they actively seek for opportunities to experiment, apply what they have learned. So that practical application of knowledge is often which sets them apart. No matter whichever category that you fall into this emotional type, which has the strength. However, we can always work with individuals to recognize with unique aptitudes and tailor strategies and optimize their learning process. Whether you thrive in creative pursuits or hands-on experimentation or academic exploration or embracing your natural strengths can propel you towards success with a focus. The fourth is the passion quotient. So the passion quotient is coming up with facing challenges. That is go-to-work kind of thing. Cope up. Come on. You do it. So that kind of cope up thing will take care of the passion quotient, forms the cornerstone for the children's, that is building in resilience, being focused with grit and determination. Come what may, let me do it. So the passion quotient forms the cornerstone for every student's academic and personal growth. It drives the passion and the curiosity in the learning and sets the foundation for deeper engagement in the specific subjects and the areas of life under the 4-quarter square approach. The passion quotient can be categorized into main areas of study with the specific subjects. When it comes to the subject orientation, it refers to student inclination toward the specific academic disciplines, that is mathematical, sciences, with the pursuit of physical, biological, and chemical realms, and social sciences, deeper looking into the human society, historical, culture, economic, geography, languages with the art of communication, enabling the individuals to connect themselves with others and express creatively. Again, I tell you, in this process, it's a process of evolution. Acquiring skills is definitely a process of evolution. There is no destiny for it. It's always a journey. It's never a destination. Even at this stage, we are in the process of evolution. We are in this process of exploration. We are in this process of journey, and we have not reached the destination. So, day by day, you will be developing your interest in these areas that will explore you to go beyond textbooks, igniting your curiosity and passion. With the specific skills of art, sport, and computer or vocational, mastering these skills will help the students excel in the chosen paths and excel in enhances the real world capacities. With general observations with society and social issues, political and political, whichever category, whichever interest that you have, human behaviors, observation will foster critical thinking and encourage students to become more active and aware of participants in the society. Also, with general interaction, this really helps you with to approach learning with the open-mindedness, which is very, very important, such that you will be able to evolve and accept exactly what is required, what is the recommendation which is given, taking the feedback into a normal, taking the feedbacks in the positive note, such that you will be able to adapt yourself. Not only adaptation, will be able to evolve yourself in this process such that you will be able to move further. So with the talking, discussion, debating and listening, strengthening these interaction skills will ensure the students not only communicate effectively, but also learn through the collaboration, engage meaningful dialogues with the diverse groups. So this four-quarter square approach isn't just identifying the interest of the skills and observation about guiding students towards well-rounded individuals, but who understand themselves very clearly, knowing their potential very well. So this is more kind of a self-study which every single learner has to do with his own or her own diagnostic approach. This is what is set in the very primitive thing of exactly your diagnosis report, which is the key thing. So by integrating these four aspects of learning, quotient, intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, passion quotient, students can gain a very deeper understanding of their passions, enhancing the personal growth and set a foundation for the future success. So this is the key thing, that is what is this each student has to do in terms of career pathways session. And this doesn't start with a particular age group. This is an evolution process, as I keep on mentioning, keep on repeating. This process of evolution starts even from the primary level and it keeps on moving. So this approach encourages the development of both intellectual curiosity and practical skills, nurturing students with a thoughtful, well-informed and proactive individuals ready to make meaningful impact in any field they choose. So moving ahead, so acquiring these skills, relating it, as you know, education belongs to those who start thinking about it today. So in this fast growing careers of 2025, relating it to the current skills which are required for the future of work. As we step into 2025, the world of work is undergoing a dramatic transformation. So driven by the advancement of the technology, shifting from the economic landscapes and changing societal needs, new opportunities are emerging in various fields. For those planning their careers or considering a career shift, it is crucial to understand which industries and professions are experiencing a rapid growth and where you are ready to contribute. You are ready to contribute. So these are the fastest growing careers in 2025 across several sectors. Information technology, that is IT, artificial intelligence, that is AI, healthcare, e-commerce, digital marketing, creative and design careers, supply chain, logistics, hospitality and tourism and law. So these are the careers which are going to be demand henceforth for over a decade. So when we talk about information technology, exactly. So in this fast and evolving digital landscape, careers in IT include to grow at an expanding rate as businesses and organizations increasingly rely on technology to streamline operations, to improve efficiency and drive innovation. The demand for the skilled IT professionals remain very strong. So what are the key roles that you will be looked in for is a software developer, cybersecurity experts, cloud computing engineers. So why the demand for these are growing is that the digital transformation of the business industries and the growth of cybersecurity threats with the increased reliance on the cloud technologies and the need for a better data security, demand for these IT professionals keeps on growing day by day. So the key role that you can focus on is the software developer. As the need for applications and platform increases, software development continues to be the most demand IT jobs. Proficiency in programming like Python, Java, C++ will make the developers highly sought. Cybersecurity experts, as we know, there is always a threat which is involved when it comes to the open internet and the use of internet. With cyber attacks becoming more sophisticated and complicated, cybersecurity professionals are crucial for safeguarding the data and protecting the security and security breaches. Last but not the least, cloud computing engineers, as more businesses migrate to the cloud, and cloud computing specialists will be essential to ensure smooth transition and management of the cloud systems. So if you're focusing on IT, these are the basic skills that you need to work on to be on the go. So if artificial intelligence is your domain of work that you're looking for, definitely AI has been the game changer in multiple industries from healthcare to finance and beyond. So by 2025, AI is expected to be even more integrated into daily business operations, enhancing productivity, automating tasks, and providing insights that were previously unattainable. So, why this is growing? Because the demand for AI professionals is increasing day by day due to the widespread adoption of AI across all industries like healthcare, finance, retail, manufacturing, while it drives efficiency, automation, and innovation. Its broad applicability across different sectors, the diverse sectors, ensures a growing demand for these AI professionals. So if you feel that this is your cup of tea, what roles that the skills that you need to work on is to become AI engineers and developers, because these professionals will design, build, and optimize AI systems, algorithms, and machine learning methods. Data scientists, by analyzing large data sets, data scientists help organizations make data-driven decisions that will improve the business outcomes. With AI specialists in healthcare, AI application in healthcare such as diagnostic tools, personalized treatments that we are talking about even today, and require professionals who can understand both healthcare and AI technology. So if AI is your cup of tea, so these are the skills that you need to equip yourself. So the third is the healthcare as such. So being on the move, the healthcare sector has been evolving rapidly, fueled with engaging population, that is overaging population, new medical technologies, and increasing emphasis on personalized and preventive care. As we move into 2025, healthcare careers will remain in high demand, offering a variety of opportunities for professionals, both clinical and non-clinical roles. So, if you ask me why is it growing, with the world facing the new health challenges, the healthcare industry has been rapidly expanding, and the integration of technology into healthcare has added fuel to the fire, also contribute to the growing demand of techno-savvy healthcare professionals. So if healthcare is your domain or your area of interest, here are the areas of the field of study that you need to look into or you need to equip yourself. Nurses and doctors, the demand for healthcare professionals, especially nurses and physicians, will continue to grow, driven by large aging population with an increased need for the medical services with AI as an ancillary. So if it's about talking about the doctors and nurses, if it is not coupled or complemented with the AI provision, it's not going to do good. So even if it is for the healthcare industry, even if you are going to become a doctor or the nurse, if it is not complemented with AI, it's not going to do any good in the future. So with the medical technologists, as medical technology advances, the demand for the professionals such as diagnostic, imaging, lab work, and technical aspects, healthcare is rising. Definitely, you need to equip yourself with AI and also the healthcare. Moving ahead, telemedicine professionals, with the rise of telehealth services, professionals offering virtual consultation and online care also becoming increasingly important. So moving ahead with the e-commerce and digital marketing, which has definitely become the more walks of life these days. As day in and day out, it has become a good morning to good night necessity as such. And online shopping becomes a dominant force in retail. The carriers of commerce and digital marketing are growing exponentially. So business across the globe are increasing with the focusing on the online presence, creating a need for the digital marketing professionals and the e-commerce experts who can drive sales and engagement. So we know that why is it growing? The search for the online shopping, social media influence, and digital advertising is driving that world so crazy, and the demand for the skilled professional who can optimize these e-commerce platforms or the digital marketing strategies will definitely help. So in that case, what are the skills that you need to acquire is that these professionals with the online sales platform, managing product listings, ensuring smooth transition. So this will help you with as e-commerce managers, if that's the field of work that you choose from. Even SEO and SEM specialists with experts in the search engine optimization with SEOs and search engine marketing, that is SEM, help businesses drive traffic to their website and improve the online visibility. With the social media managers and the social media being the key driver of the customer engagement these days. So the social media managers create strategies that will enhance the brand visibility and connect with the audiences. So if that's the case, the key thing is the content. So creative and design careers comes in vogue, comes in follow through as such. So as creativity becomes the driving force in product development and advertising and user experiences, the demand for the creative professionals is skyrocketing, and design careers, particularly those in digital and visual media, are there in the front foot. And as we know, the increase of the importance of the user-centric design and the explosion of the digital media and the need for compelling storytelling across all platforms contribute to the rapid growth of these creative careers. So if it's so, the skills that you need to equip yourself is that UX and UX design, UI and UX designers, that is user interface and user experience designers, that is in demand to create intuitive and visually appealing websites and applications. Graphic designers and applications, that is visual design, continues to be essential for branding, marketing materials and multimedia content. With the rise of the video content, animators and particularly sought after, the content creators and the video editors has become the preferred medium of engagement. Content creators, bloggers, video editors are essential skills that for producing compelling visual stories. So with that, I think, moving ahead with the supply chain and the logistics being the core content of exactly handling the actual business. So with the globalization, e-commerce expanding worldwide, supply chain and logistic careers are also being experiencing significant growth. So efficient supply chains are vital for businesses to meet customer demands and remain competitive in the market. So the demand for the faster deliveries improves efficiency, cost-saving measures in logistics, drives the need for these professionals in supply chain management. If that's the skill that we need to work on, so these are the things that we need to look for. Supply chain managers, and these are professionals who coordinate with the movement of goods and materials from manufacturers to consumers, optimizing the process to ensure cost effectiveness and timely delivery. So with the logistic analysis, by analyzing the data and improving systems and logistics analysis, help business to streamline operations and reduce costs. So warehouse operation managers, as e-commerce grows, the need for the professionals who can manage inventory, warehousing and distribution will continue to rise. So there is again the other stream of study which really complement this is the hospitality and tourism. With the hospitality and tourism industries being in vogue, which are more significantly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, are now recovering and expected to grow rapidly in 2025. So as travel rebounds and people seek unique experiences, the demand for the hospitality and professionals will continue to rise. And the resurgence of the international travel, as well as the growing interest of unique and personalized travel experiences, create a driving demand for not only for the hospitality and tourism sector, but also for the export and import industry as well. So if it's so, your skills could be based on the hospital and resort managers, as the tourism study recovers the need for the skilled managers to oversee hospitality and operations in growing, tour guides and travel coordinators, with travelers seeking personal experience. Tour guides and travel coordinators are demand with tailored itineraries, with event planners rising with the rise of corporate events and weddings and large gatherings, fueling the need for the professional event planners who can manage logistics and create memorable experiences. So if that's the domain that you're looking for, these are the skills. Last but not the least, the law, the legal profession, when it comes to the compliancy factor of all the other pre-mentioned, the before mentioned activities or the skills, this adds more value to it by staying in compliance with that, with the local environment, and also with the international sector, the legal profession. It's constantly evolving to meet the demands of the changing society. So as laws become more complex, the business navigates new regulations and the demand for the legal professionals grow. So this growth is particularly evident in the emerging fields of cyber law, intellectual property, and the environmental law as well. So the need for the legal expertise is emerging in all technologies with the corporate governance, data protection, and is driving the growth of legal careers. So what are the skills that we need to look into is that being a corporate lawyer, the business phase increasing the regulation, the international expansion, corporate lawyers are essential for ensuring the legal compliance. With intellectual property, the IP lawyers, with the rise of technology, innovation, IP lawyers, with the paper submission, research papers, with all the copyrights, is crucial for protecting the paper, patents, trademarks, and the copyrights. With the cybersecurity lawyer, given the rise of the cybercrime, which is happening, lawyers specializing in the data protection and cybersecurity is also in demand. So with that, we have come today to the conclusion as we approach 2025. The job market will definitely continue to evolve, and the careers that you choose for yourself keep on evolving, and the demand keeps on rising again beyond, far and beyond, and which will be driven by the technological advancement with the global trends from IT to AI to healthcare, e-commerce, and the law, with the fastest growing areas in the careers, which is offering not only exciting opportunities, being the exploration of the part of study, being evolving as a part of study, given the opportunities which comes as challenges, taking forward the challenges, embracing those opportunities to adapt new skills by focusing on the skills and expertise which are required in different fields. Professionals can position themselves for the success in the rapidly changing job market. So whether you're starting your career new or considering a career change, these sectors will definitely promise a fertile ground for growth, innovation, and job satisfaction in 2025 and beyond. With that, we have come to the end of this session, and thank you so much. Thanks for the wonderful opportunity. As such, I would like to thank IIU for the great opportunity which has been definitely helping us through and through. And thanks for all the support, and we would like to know more about it as such. And maybe next week what we're going to talk about is how to balance it between the requirement. The requirement is exactly what you are actually facing in the industry, and your analysis and study as you as a person with all your strengths and weaknesses, definitely how to bridge these gaps and how to evolve as a person to make it as a complete triangle within the more as a fully optimized and maybe a completed project or a product that you will be facing with the society. So with that, we have come to the end of this session. Thanks IUU for the great opportunity as such, and we shall meet next week with based on the triangle that we're talking about. Thank you so much, and thanks IUU once again and for giving the great opportunity. Thank you.